What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Tomags golf video. I know I haven't posted in a while. I've had a lot going on lately, between playing golf in tournaments and in the process of opening up a business, a pest control business. I've been in the pest control industry for about 10 years, and I thought it was, time to take that step and open up my own business. But I'm gonna take you through like a little bit of a different video today. This is I got a lot of tournaments coming up. I got Connecticut Open qualifier. It's a professional tournament, but amateurs could qualify to get into it. So I got that coming up, I think June or July 10th or something like that. I have a CSGA, Connecticut State Golf Association, one-day event coming up. I think it's a week from Tuesday, and I have my club championship coming up in July, and I have Connecticut Mid-Am coming up, qualifier in August. So I got a lot of tournaments coming up. I played in a couple qualifiers, didn't do that well. Played in the Connecticut Amateur qualifier that the cut was 78, I shot 82, so I didn't do that well. It was playing real hard that day. The wind was blowing 40, 50 miles an hour, but no excuses. I should have adjusted. I just didn't play well. And then I had the another qualifier for what they call the Russell Palmer Cup. It's a major for amateur golf in Connecticut. I made the qualifier. I shot 75. The cut was 78 on a par 72 course, Wallingford Country Club, and then in the actual Russell Palmer Cup was tough. Yeah, the cut was 6 over. It's a 2-day event, so I was 6 over through 11 holes. I looked at my phone. I saw what the cut was going to be to try to maybe change my game plan on the back nine, and then I started playing good golf. I had one bogey, one birdie, and then I get to the 18th hole. It's par 4. I'm on the cut line. There was a 400 and like around 50-yard par 4. I pulled my drive a little bit left, but it was okay. It was a front pin to a green that kind of was double decker, like it was up here and then it dropped off to the front, and the pin was right in the front. And I hit it. I had 175 to the pin, which is usually a stock 7-iron for me, but I guess coming out of the rough and adrenaline, I pumped it over the green, and I studied this chip shot for a good 5 minutes before I hit that ball. I walked up, I saw where to land it, where gravity was going to take over, how hard to hit it. I hit a perfect chip shot. It starts rolling down the hill, and then it just kind of stopped. So I had a 7-foot par putt to make the cut. I studied it again, looked at the green, made sure it was a right to left putt. I'm like, I'm gonna, put this a half a ball out. I hit a perfect putt exactly where I wanted, and it horseshoed, meaning like it hit the cup and hit it and came straight back at me. And it was, brutal finish. Shouldn't have put myself in that position, but, it is what it is. I definitely learned from that. I think that I got to get a better game plan going forward. In these tournaments, I got to play more aggressive, especially when it's a qualifier, because, you can't play conservative, because when you play conservative and you're playing for pars and you're not playing for birdies, I feel like, you make one, it's easy to leak oil. You just keep, you make bogey, and then it's hard to bounce back, because now you don't have that aggressive mentality, and you have to change your game plan in the middle of the round, which is, you can do it, but I like to have one game plan and stick with it throughout the whole round. Usually I'll play more conservative if I'm in the middle of a tournament. If I'm in a qualifier, I'm going to start to play more aggressive, more drivers off the tee instead of hybrids and stuff like that. But anyway, getting back to where we're at now, it's June 10th today, and I'm going to take you through what I do to prepare for tournaments, and drills that I do when practicing. It's 8:15 in the morning. So I'm gonna head over to the first golf course, and there's not gonna be me talking a lot, maybe in between, but you know, I'll set the camera up and we'll get rolling. Hope everyone's having a good day. All right, so right here, what you'll see is if you're watching the video, I like to set 2 tees up just randomly on the green and chip to each tee just to try to get distance dialed in and not really worry about a cup. Also to stay out of the way of you know, other people while they're on the green and be a little bit respectful. I like to hit the ball up and let it drop into a random lie, because you know, you're not always going to get fortunate and get a good lie when you're practicing, or I'm sorry, when you're playing the game. So this is just a 2-tee drill. I drop about 6 balls. I hit you know, I start off with about 6 going one way, 6 another, and then do that twice on fairway, and then I do it with rough. The last shot, the 6th ball, I like to kind of try to throw it up high, almost like a flop shot. So you see I'm kind of tapping the ball there, boom, just let it drop, work with whatever lie I get. And you know, that also, when there's grass that comes in between the face of the club and the ball usually comes out with less spin and it kind of releases a little bit more. So those are shots that definitely you need to practice and get better at. So right here, just you know, going through the basics. This is just to start off. And you'll see I hit a chip there, and I believe, is this the last one right here? We'll see. No, it's not. I'm still going low. Having it release a little bit. There's a little ridge right there too, which made it a little bit more difficult, but I like to practice these difficult shots, you know. So got the final chip right there, or no, I'm sorry, second to final. And then we get to this one, and boom, I throw it up a little bit higher, try to get a little bit of spin on it, but I have a tendency to hit those short. So you know, again, that's why we're here, right? We're practicing. So here we go. We'll just let it run through these last couple chips, and then I'll take you through the next drill. So now on to putting. Usually when I start practicing putting right off the rip, I like to just kind of hit balls and try to get the speed correct. I'll hit them at a cup. I'm not really looking to make these. I'm just looking to get good speed. Also right here, what I'll do is I'll hit to the fringe and try to, again, get the speed dialed in. I don't even necessarily need a cup, but I think the fringe is a good speed drill. So you'll see I do this a couple times throughout practicing when I originally step on the green. So you see right there, I'm trying to lag it up to the fringe, was a little bit short. This next one, I think I hit a pretty good one. So just trying to get the speed dialed in. So once I kind of get the speed dialed in a little bit, what I like to do is take the flag out and I measure from the cup. I put tees down the length of the putter. It's like about a 3-foot putt. I believe my, or maybe it's a little bit inside of 3 feet. My putter is an arm lock putter. So I believe I want to say it's a 24-inch putter. So I guess it's about a 2-foot putt, but these are, you know, pretty key. You know, you don't want to miss tap-ins. This is kind of like that range where the ball might break a little bit but for the most part, you're, you know, trying to keep it inside the cup. It might be right center, might be left center. That's why I like to go in a circle. But again, it's a very common drill. A lot of people use it. I originally saw actually Phil Mickelson using it, but what I'll do is if I miss putts, I will completely start over. I believe I have 6 balls here on this drill. And if I miss it, I completely start over again, because it kind of builds that pressure on you to make all of them. And you'll see I struggled a little bit, with these. I'm kind of going back and forth. I put this arm lock putter in, I want to say like about a month ago, 4 weeks ago or so. And I've been tinkering with the way I'm gripping it. I've been going back and forth between a claw grip and a left hand low grip. The left hand low grip just feels more comfortable to me. I put my left hand, the part of the putter that's locking into my arm, I like to have my index finger down. When I putt, I don't know, it just kind of I feel like it keeps me more square through impact. But my tendency on putts, whether it's a short putter or a long putter, is to toe it. I miss it on the toe, I don't miss it on the heel. So, I focused on the stroke right here. Right here, I'm using the claw grip. The claw grip to me seems like my start line is better with it. So it's a comfort thing, and it's I'm going between a comfort thing and a starting line thing. And, it's kind of irking me a little bit, because I literally will switch mid-round. I'll play 9 holes with that left hand low, and then I start missing these like little short, everything starts off good. I start missing these little short putts, and then I switch to the claw grip on the back 9, and all of a sudden, boom, my confidence gets back. So, but it's not something that I want to consistently do. I want to get one grip that I'm comfortable with, and stick with it and work hard with it and get those reps in. I'm trying to make it a point to go to the putting green pretty much every day, to try to, get that feel dialed in. And you'll see I have to start all over again if I miss it. And it does get irritating, but it's building pressure on me. So I do like it. Right here, I switched to that left hand low after missing the claw grip a couple times, and able to drain a bunch of them. I got to pull the balls out of the cup, because sometimes the ball will go in, but it'll bounce off of those other balls, and then it looks like a miss, but it's really not. So I'll pull them out, and then this one is to complete. I felt the pressure on this one, and I was able to bury it. So even though it's 2 feet, trust me, it's still kind of difficult to do when you're practicing, but it's a great drill. So then, boom, I move the tees back. I'll start off with 3 of them, and I'll still keep 3 2-footers, and then I guess 3 4-footers. And I'll kind of go back and forth. Now, if I miss these 6-footers, I don't penalize myself, and I don't make myself go back and start hitting these putts again, because, again, this 4 feet is where it starts breaking outside of the hole. Might be right edge, might be not, but I think this first round, if I remember correctly, I did this a couple days ago, but I missed all the first 6, or I'm sorry, not 6. I missed all of the 4-foot putts. So yeah, it just hung out there. And, like I said, it's just kind of one of those, weird distances, where it's not really a tap in, but it's not really a long putt, and you just have to make sure you start on line. So I lipped out a bunch, but if I miss those 3-footers, or I'm sorry, 2-footers, then I have to go back and start all over again. So, we're just grinding right now. Once I kind of got a feel, I started to make these 6-footers. I missed that one, but you'll see now I'm back at the claw grip, just getting my starting line correct, and it feels okay, but again, still missing putts. So I'm grinding hard out here, and trying to get a good feel. So once I complete that circle, with the 3 2-footers and 3 4-footers, then I move them all back to 4 feet and start, getting this down. Again, if I don't make them, I don't start all over. I still continue with them and see what my percentage is, because I try to build a percentage of what I'm making on these 6 golf balls, which I believe for the most part I would make 4 and miss 2. So next time when I go practice, I'm going to try to focus on making 5 of them at least. If not all 6 would be great, but it's just, starting line. I just got to get my starting line. These 4-footers, again,
they are, not as easy as they look. But I'm going in between. You'll see now I'm back to a left-hand low. So I think for the most part, I'm going to really try to stay with that left-hand low instead of going back to the claw grip. And we'll just see how that goes. Even when I start missing putts, I just got to, maybe missing putts, maybe just, stick with it and see how it goes. But now after that 6-foot putt drill, I like to throw 6 golf balls and try to get them up and down. Now this green that I'm using over here is a 2-tier green, so I'm on the bottom tier right now, which is 2-hole cutouts. So I'll do 6 balls usually at one hole, and then 6 balls at the other hole, and then go back 3 and 3, 3 at one hole, 3 at the other, and try to, so I'm not hitting the same chip shots. I spread them out. I do like to especially practice leaving myself short-sided, which means, if you're playing, the pin is on the right side of the green, you miss it right of the green. They call that short-sided. It's, basically a mistake. I mean, you should never be really aiming at a pin, especially when it's tucked. You just go for the middle of the green. What you'll see in an earlier video I did where there were no pins in the cups, I just aimed for the middle of the green, and I think I ended up shooting like even par or something like that. So it was a cool little drill. But you'll see I just throw balls out no matter where they are, random lies, doesn't matter. I'm going after the farther one right now. That cup, there was a little bit of a runoff past the cup, so there's also a bank behind the cup. So when I got to this area right here, I believe I tried to actually play 1 or 2 balls up that ridge and see if I could funnel it back to work again on using slope. I think that's important as well, because when you see a cup and you have a slope behind it, mentally you are trying not to hit the ball past the cup. Your speed's trying to be good. You have to get that confidence in to throw the ball past the cup to have it roll down the hill. But there was like this little collection area, as you can see, like where I'm chipping from the back right side of the cup. It just kind of collected right there. It was about like a 3-foot putt or so. But yeah, I just kept grinding on these chip shots and trying to dial in my short game. And then I play up and down. So I hit the chip shots and then try to putt them in to see how many I could get up and down. I believe on this one, I was 5 for 6. Again, it definitely helped that collection area where I am right there was, basically the same putts. So I knew what the break was going to do. It was relatively straight. I think it was inside right of the cup, like right center, and just hit a good putt there. And yeah, I kept grinding and doing this drill for a little bit. It's actually, you can make a fun little game out of it. So we'll check back in on the next drill. right, now this next drill is what they call a chalk line drill or a line drill. You have to find basically a straight putt on the green. Leave yourself like good, like a good distance. I'll line my putter up and, make sure everything's good. And then I'll put 2 tees down, one on the toe of the putter and one on the heel. And what this is doing is making sure that your putter face is square at the target when you're hitting putts. Now, I'll start usually pretty lenient because, like I said, I have a tendency to toe putts. So I'll start with a gate drill is another name for the 2 tees. I'll start with the gate, kind of wide, for the most part. Just trying to, again, get, I'm not really too worried about speed right here, but, more worried about, it's a ball striking drill. Believe it or not, you could, toe putts pretty bad or heel putts pretty bad, especially on longer ones. It's crucial that you hit the middle of the club face. So I'll hit usually a good 30 to 40 putts, 50 putts, from this doing this line drill. I don't have the best back in the world, so my back starts to get a little bit sore from bending over like this for a long time, but I'll just boom, drill putts, make sure it's straight. And this is also a confidence booster. So right here, I'm making the gate a little bit smaller to, zone in the ball striking right here. Make sure I'm hitting the middle of the club face. But this is, like I was saying, it's a confidence booster because after a while, what happens is the grass mats down from all these balls rolling on the same exact line every single time. So you could start to be off, pulling it or pushing the putts, and they'll still go in because, again, the grass is matted down from where you're hitting the ball to the cup. So, again, I'm just making the tees a little bit smaller, as small as basically it could go. I believe I hit the tee, I want to say 2 times, during this whole drill. It was super hot out here. I don't even know why I was wearing a hoodie, but when I bend over, my hat starts to drip sweat. So I had to turn my hat around, but no biggie. So I'm just making sure I get a good, positive stroke right here. And basically I did this for, I want to say, a good 20 minutes to a half hour. This is the last drill I do. It's not really a drill. All I do is I drop a golf ball and try to 2-putt every cup there. As I was hitting the first putt, look what happened. So some lady got a hole-in-one as I was practicing, and it was kind of cool to be involved in. I heard all the screaming. It was 2 guys, and I think they were their wives, and they were playing, and the course was all backed up, so there were actually 2 groups on the 3rd tee box, and she had a hole-in-one, so that was kind of cool. The cart girl was right behind me, as you could see, kind of in this stocking up, so I ended up buying them all drinks of their choice, and she drove down and gave them whatever they bought. But yeah, this is how I end. If I 2-putt, if I 3-putt any holes and I start over, but I finished with 2 putts on every single hole. I wasn't able to record this whole thing because there were a bunch of people that were coming out of the green ready to tee off. But yeah, that's basically what I do to practice for, you know, for tournaments. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you improve your game and hit them long, straight, and not often. And we'll see you next video.